Welcome everyone, join us today as we delve into the life and legacy of Jeff Porcaro, one of the most influential drummers in the history of rock music. Known for his exceptional talent, intricate drumming style, and contributions to the band Toto and countless other artists. So let's dive in. Jeffrey Thomas Porcaro, born April 1, 1954 in Hartford, Connecticut. Jeff was the eldest son of renowned Los Angeles session percussionist Joe Porcaro and his wife, Eileen. His musical family included his younger brother Mike, a talented bassist who, like Jeff, was a member of the band Toto. Another brother Steve played keyboards in the same band. Jeff also had a younger sister named Jolene, the youngest of the Porcaro siblings. Jeff began drum lessons with his father Joe at a drum shop he taught, at age 7, and continued until he was 11. He then studied with Bob Zimmerty and Richie Lepore. His uncle, renowned percussionist Emil Richards, suggested the family move to Los Angeles for better opportunities. In 1968, they settled in Van Nuys, in the San Fernando Valley, where Jeff attended Ulysses S. Grant High School. It was at this time that Bob Zimmerty, who played with Frank Zappa, and a chap called Richie Lepore started to coach Jeff. Influenced by jazz legends like Elvin Jones, Philly Joe Jones, and Art Blakey, Jeff also admired drummers Jim Keltner and Jim Gordon during his formative years. While attending high school in Sherman Oaks, Jeff played in a band with keyboardist David Paik, originally called the Merciless Souls, and later renamed Rural Still Life. He also joined the school's marching band at 16. Jeff practiced drums daily, playing along to the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix after school, though he initially aspired to be an artist rather than a drummer. His brother Mike also showed promise on drums before eventually switching to bass. At 17, Jeff played on his first album, leading to his first professional gig on the primetime TV show Comedy Hour, with Sonny&Cher, which he chose over graduating from high school. This opportunity arose from his time in a rehearsal band with Jim Keltner, where he met David Hungate, who later joined Toto as a bassist. Hungate and Dean Parks brought Jeff to Leon Russell's house to do a demo. Jeff then decided to skip graduation and joined Sonny&Cher on tour in Las Vegas, earning $500 a week. In 1973, Jeff played at Dante's Club in North Hollywood with Seals and Crofts, achieving his first hit with Diamond Girl. Donald Fagen and Walter Becker of Steely Dan walked in to get a drink and noticed him, inviting him to record Pretzel Logic, and join them as their permanent drummer. Jeff then transitioned from Sonny&Cher to Steely Dan, and the rest is history. Jeff recorded with a long list of top musicians, including Barbra Streisand, Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Elton John, Eric Clapton, George Benson, Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney, Pink Floyd, Joe Cocker, Sergio Mendes, Stan Getz, Steely Dan, and many more. Many of these sessions resulted in huge hits, like Michael Jackson's Thriller, and Beat It, and Pink Floyd's The Wall. He toured with Boz Scaggs before co-founding Toto with his brother Steve and childhood friends Steve Lukather and David Paik. The band name, Toto, reportedly came from Jeff labeling tape boxes with Toto, to distinguish them, inspired by Dorothy's dog from The Wizard of Oz. When they started, their goal was to make triple platinum albums. In the music industry, multi-platinum signifies sales over 2 million, and diamond indicates 10 million sales. Their first album, Toto, released in 1978, was highly successful, selling 2 million units, but fell short of their ambitious goal. They would later reach that milestone with their album Toto 4, which earned them 6 Grammy Awards, including Record of the Year for Rosanna, Album of the Year, and Producer of the Year. Jeff was renowned among drummers for the drum pattern he used on the Grammy Award-winning Toto song Rosanna, rumored to be written about Rosanna Arquette, whom his brother Steve had been dating. The drum pattern, known as the halftime shuffle groove, was originally created by Bernard Purdie, who called it the Purdie Shuffle. Jeff crafted his own version by blending Purdie's shuffle with John Bonham's groove from Led Zeppelin's Fool in the Rain, while maintaining a Bo Diddley beat on the kick drum. With hit songs from their debut album like Hold the Line, and the charting I'll Supply the Love, and Georgie Porgy, featuring Cheryl Lynn, Toto began work on their next album, Hydra. Released in late 1979, Hydra featured the single 99, inspired by George Lucas' cult film THX 1138. Nearly 30 years later, Steve Lukather admitted that, despite its popularity, he disliked 99, making it one of his least favorite Toto songs, which is why it was rarely performed after Hydra's tour. Although the album didn't match the commercial success of their debut, it still went gold. In early 1981, Toto released their third album, Turn Back, which ventured into arena rock with heavier guitar and fewer keyboards. The album's disappointing chart performance and sales, except in Japan and Norway, put the band's career at risk, as they hadn't had a hit single in North America for nearly 2 years. However, the unexpected success of the lead single, Goodbye Eleanor in Japan, marked the band's breakthrough there, making Japan a permanent staple of their touring schedule. In 1982, Toto entered their most successful era with the release of Toto 4, following the disappointing sales of Turn Back. Under pressure to produce a hit, the band delivered one of the year's top-selling albums, earning triple platinum certification. Toto 4 featured 3 top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, Rosanna, Africa, and I Won't Hold You Back. The album's global success introduced the band to new audiences, with Africa topping charts in February 1983 and becoming a radio staple. Rosanna garnered multiple Grammy nominations and awards, cementing the band's place in music history. During this time, Jeff's brother Steve co-wrote and co-composed Human Nature, which Michael Jackson recorded for his best-selling album Thriller in 1982, making the song a huge hit. Jeff and Steve Lukather also contributed to multiple tracks on Thriller, most notably the Jackson and Paul McCartney duet The Girl Is Mine. Directly after the release of Toto 4, bassist David Hungate left the band to focus on his family and session career in Nashville. He was replaced by Jeff's brother Mike. Lead singer Bobby Kimball faced drug-related charges in early 1983 but was acquitted in May, however was fired the following year due to recording issues. On October 22, 1983, Jeff married Susan Norris, a television broadcaster at KABC-TV in Los Angeles. They would go on to have 3 sons, Christopher Joseph, born in 1984, Miles Edwin Crawford in 1986, and later passed in 2017, and Nico Hendricks, born 1991. That same year, Toto composed most of the soundtrack for the film Dune. Richard Page of Mr. Mister was offered the lead singer spot but declined. Fergie Frederiksen was then brought in as the new vocalist. The band released Isolation in November 1984, which achieved gold status with the single Stranger in Town. The tour for Isolation ran from February to May 1985. At the end of the Isolation tour in 1985, Fergie Frederiksen was let go due to difficulties recording with the band. After holding auditions, Toto chose Joseph Williams, son of composer John Williams and singer-actress Barbara Ruick, as their new lead vocalist in early 1986. With Williams on board, Toto recorded Fahrenheit, released in October 1986. Though Frederiksen had started recording some tracks, he only appears as a background vocalist on Could This Be Love? Fahrenheit marked a return to the band's pop-rock roots, featuring hit singles I'll Be Over You and Without Your Love, both ballads sung by Lukather. After the release of Fahrenheit, Toto embarked on a world tour. When the tour concluded in 1987, Steve Porcaro left the band to focus on film and TV scoring. Years later, Fahrenheit would eventually go gold on October 3, 1994. Toto continued as a 5-member band, with Steve Porcaro occasionally contributing to studio albums and joining them on their 1988 tour. In 1988, Toto released album The Seventh One, featuring John Anderson on backup vocals for Stop Loving You, and the hit single Pamela. This album was their most successful since Toto 4. After the successful The Seventh One tour, the band replaced lead singer Joseph Williams. They initially wanted to reunite with Bobby Kimball for a greatest hits album, but the record company insisted on hiring Jean-Michel Byron. Before Byron joined, they recorded Going Home with Kimball. Byron and Toto then recorded 4 new songs for Past to Present 1977 to 1990, released in 1990. Toto embarked on the Planet Earth tour from September to December 1990. During the tour, tensions arose due to Jean-Michel Byron's behavior and stage presence, leading to his demotion to background vocals and eventual firing. Guitarist Steve Lukather then took over as lead vocalist. In 1991, Toto performed at the Montreux Jazz Festival and recorded Kingdom of Desire, released by Columbia Records internationally and Relativity Records in the US. Tragically, on the evening of August 5, 1992, at 38 years old, Jeff Porcaro passed away at Humana Hospital West Hills after falling ill while spraying insecticide in his Hidden Hills home yard. The coroner determined that he suffered a heart attack caused by occlusive coronary artery disease resulting from atherosclerosis, likely exacerbated by his history of cocaine use. Some doctors and a Los Angeles County coroner spokesperson attributed his death to a heart attack triggered by an allergic reaction to inhaled pesticide. Porcaro's bandmate Steve Lukather and his wife believed that a long-standing heart condition and a smoking habit also contributed to his untimely death. Lukather mentioned that heart disease had affected several members of Porcaro's family, leading to premature deaths. He was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles, California. Jeff's tombstone was inscribed with the following epitaph, comprising lyrics from the Kingdom of Desire track Wings of Time. Our love doesn't end here. It lives forever on the wings of time. And there you have it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of Jeff Porcaro. His unparalleled skill and passion for music continue to inspire drummers and musicians worldwide. Though he left us too soon, his rhythm and creativity live on in the timeless tracks he helped create. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about the legends of music. Take care and bye for now.